of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International. Yes, this is an emergency broadcast right now from our studios in Houston, Texas. I want to talk to the Nigerian youths first. Nigerian youths, thank you for these efforts that you are making to set yourselves and your country free. Know ye that as we come close to the D-Day, which is tomorrow, know ye that freedom is never given free. It is fought for. Freedom is never given free. It is fought for. I want you to shun your any attempt by anybody to take you to the Eagle Square. The Eagle Square is not the arena for any such protest that you are embarking on. The protests should be on the streets of Nigeria. Some people have been rented. They will mimic, they will behave like as if they are with you. The reason they are there is to remove the momentum from you. And then at the end of the day, your protest goes out up in smokes. Be very careful. Those who are applying to use the Eagle Square in Nigeria are working for the government. They are not working, fake the rogue government. It's not, Nigeria has no government. They work for the rogues holding Nigeria hostage. So you have no business being at the Eagle Square. And there's no reason for you to apply to be a citizen of your country. There's no reason for anybody to go and be writing applications to Yeson Wike to use the Eagle Square if that person is serious about the protests. There was another one yesterday for which the Inspector General of Police organized a press conference based on a letter written seeking approval to participate in a protest written by one Adegborua. Those are Tinubu's ethnic card that he is playing to make it look like there is a protest actually going on. Those are his sponsored protests. Those are the ones abiding by their rules that Nigerians seeking to protest must come and get a permit from the police. Bullshit. Your expression of your right to freedom of expression is free, given by the Almighty God. No man gives it except one man. It's a basic human right. You do not need to apply to protest. You do not need to apply to rage according to what you guys said you were going to do, that it's going to be 10 days of rage. So you don't apply to your enemy because they will smoke you out. So be very careful of these traps. Now, straight to the point. Bola, Ahmed, Tinubu, this is a warning to you. Nigeria has lost so much of its youths in the hands of the rogue armed forces, in the hands of security forces who don't understand their roles as spelled out by the Nigerian Constitution. Nigeria is not at war with itself. There are more reasons to deploy the army. Yes, reasons that are threatening our territorial integrity and the sovereignty of Nigeria. I refer you to Boko Haram. You have not been able, nobody has been able to fight and defeat that terrorist organization that is spreading across the country. There is the Fulani armed bandits occupying forests across Nigeria, preventing our people from going to the farm. You turned your eyes off of it. Now you are unleashing your militia on the people of Nigeria. We hear you have deployed army, the soldiers in all states across Nigeria. I wish you could deploy them into the forests to bring out all the mercenaries that are setting a stage for the takeover of Nigeria, violent takeover for that matter. Shame on you. So now as you go, as you prepare your military, I want to remind you that the Nigerian youths of the 21st century have become so sophisticated. And if what I hear from some of those young people is anything to go by, any attempt by the army to start shooting them will be met with a very stiff resistance. Please do not turn Nigeria into a theater of war and blood. Tell your armed forces to not shoot any of the Nigerian youths like they did on October 20th, 2020. Times have changed since then. We are in a different Nigeria now. A Nigeria with acute lack of access to opportunity. The young people are hungry and angry. Please do not command your armed forces to fire any shots that will kill any Nigerian youth. Remember too that you have children. Remember too that you have children. Remember too that you have children that may be vulnerable. Remember too that you have children. Did you hear that? I said that so many times. If you can protect your children and be killing other people's children and you expect them to be quiet, I don't know about that. From what the youths are saying, from what they have been speaking openly, even in the social media space, you chief of army staff, you chief of defense staff, before you order people to start shooting at innocent children, remember that your own children mingle with these children. Your own children could become targets of counterattacks. Yes, they are not able to say it openly to you. They relate it to some of us. Remember your own children. In Police Inspector General, remember your own children. As you deploy your police and ask them to start shooting at young, innocent, and defenseless children, there could be reprisals against each and every one of you. Times have changed. The world is getting more deadly and sophisticated. Don't think that you can do what you did in the past and get away with it. No. No. Remember, citizens have rights to protest. The right to protest is fundamental. Yes, it is the right to freedom of expression. So please, don't kill any Nigerian youth. Do not kill any Nigerian youth. You soldiers on the field, these people, these young children are protesting for you too. Things that you cannot voice out. They are saying it to make your conditions of living better, to make your jobs better. We believe that if we have a responsible government, you'll be able to have all the access to equipment and the opportunity to advance your careers. It's because we have criminals holding Nigeria down. That is why you are denied access to further training. That is why your living condition has gotten worse. Forget about the little money they are going to give to you, that they call money for special duty, that you are only going to get for this period. Don't go out there shooting your fellow brothers and sisters. They are not your enemies. Yes, you don't have to take any order that is not constitutional. Nigeria is not at war with itself. Don't fight and kill fellow Nigerians. Remember too that you have children. Remember too that some of your children are classmates to these young people that are going to be on the street tomorrow. Remember that if you fire any shot that kills any of them, they're not going to be happy with you. Your children will be endangered. Remember this, and remember, truly remember this. For the young people of Nigeria, I tell you, don't go out there burning down government buildings because it is your building. It is they are your buildings. They are our buildings. They are our country's buildings. Spare those buildings. Don't destroy government vehicles or Nigerian government, the state vehicles. You know who the enemies are. We are aware that they are beginning to flee the country. And we hope that they don't come back so that we will take over our country and rebuild it the best way we can. So Nigerians will stop, especially the youths, will stop migrating aimlessly to places where they are treated like animals. It is time. Our country has any and everything that it needs to build the best first-class world, but because of the leadership. And I blame you too, young people of Nigeria. You have been the ones supporting these people to do what they have done to destroy your country the way it is now. But you have the power to reverse it and change things around. Let us work together and make sure that we sustain this pressure until the very end. Let's not start what we cannot finish. If we know that we are not going to be able to do this thing to a logical conclusion, please let us pause and stop. But once we decide that we are going to do it, there ain't nothing stopping us. Fight until the very last minute, and everything is we want, we have. God bless you as you proceed. Take care.